Are you facing problems with debt and looking for a solution? You've come to the right place. In this video, Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, will explain the essential steps to overcome debt and start building real wealth. Stay tuned to discover the strategies that helped him and his wife, Kim, transform their finances. This is the guide you need to take control of your money and ensure a more secure future. If you're interested, leave a 100 in the comments. I'll respond with a heart when I see your comment. To support the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's quick and makes a big difference for us. Soon we'll have many new inspiring videos full of tips to help you achieve a more successful and fulfilling life. Let's get started. Robert Kiyosaki begins by sharing his own experience with debt. Listen, Kim and I have been married for over 30 years, but we started from scratch. Many people think she stayed with me because of my money, but that's not true. At that time, I was between businesses and had failed in my second entrepreneurial attempt. Not only was I out of money, but we were also buried in debt. We owed $800,000 and it was a huge lesson. We managed to pay off all the debt, but the lesson remains. How do you pay off your debt as quickly as possible? Many recommend cutting up credit cards, but I think that's an overreaction because the credit card isn't the real problem. In fact, I even like credit cards. Now let's move on to the steps to get out of debt. Step 1. Be honest with yourself. The first step is to be honest with yourself. For me, this was one of the hardest aspects because Kim had never faced a financial crisis like I did. She thought it was impossible for someone to drive a Mercedes and be completely broke, trying to appear wealthy until they actually became so. I prayed for money to appear, acting as if I had no debt. I looked fine and dined at the best places, but I was in ruins. You can fool girlfriends, but you can't fool your wife. So the first thing I needed to do was confess to Kim that I wasn't as wealthy as I appeared. It's crucial to be honest with yourself because if you have a goal, you need to know where you are to reach where you want to go. If you're ready to be honest with yourself, leave a comment with, "Honesty is the first step." Step 2, stop taking loans you can't afford. The second step is to immediately stop taking loans that you can't afford to pay back. Sometimes this requires sacrifices. When Kim and I moved from Hawaii to California, we were practically homeless and lived in a basement. We often had to save a lot because we were out of money. Kim had only a few dollars to get through the weekend until I came home on Sunday night. If you believe avoiding unaffordable loans is crucial for growth, leave a comment with, "Avoid debt, seek growth." Step 3, list all your debts. The third step is to make a complete list of all your debts. The key word here is all. Kim was surprised when I mentioned the list because I had a lot of debt and was reluctant to admit it. I tried to ignore it and paid some bills gradually, but Kim insisted that I face the reality of the situation. I contacted my creditors and had to sit down to list all the debts I had with investors, friends, and family. I felt bad for not having paid them earlier, so Kim helped me write everything down. Additionally, credit card companies can be quite aggressive, so I needed to show the letters I was receiving and face the situation head-on. If you've gone through financial problems or know someone who has, share your story in the comments. If you believe in confronting your debts head-on, comment, "Face your debts, find your freedom." Step 4, hire an accountant. If you're deeply in debt, this step is crucial. I tried to keep my records on my own, but when I was stressed and embarrassed by the amount of money I owed, I couldn't manage the situation effectively. So Kim and I decided to consult my rich dad, and he recommended hiring an accountant. Step 5, create a clear picture of your debts. Initially, I thought hiring an accountant was expensive, but my rich dad explained that wealthy people have accountants, while those who lack good financial control often don't keep accurate records. After listing all your debts, you should create a clear visualization of them to manage them better. Start by listing each creditor, the total amount owed, and the minimum monthly payment in a spreadsheet or notebook. See each debt clearly. Write down the creditor's name, the total amount owed, the minimum monthly payment, and calculate how many months it will take to pay off each debt by dividing the total by the minimum payment. Review this list regularly to track your progress and maintain motivation. Keep detailed records of payments and adjust your plan as needed. Commitment and consistency in your payment plan will help you reduce your debts and achieve financial stability. It's crucial to review your records frequently to ensure everything is clear. If you find the content useful, don't forget to click the like button. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Can I count on your support? If you've already subscribed, comment "I subscribe." Just write "I subscribe." We really appreciate it. Now that you've commented, let's continue. When Kim and I met, we started from scratch. It took 10 years for us to move from a bad financial situation to financial freedom. She was 37 and I was 47. That's the power of focusing on assets rather than liabilities. Many people get so busy trying to make money to pay bills and buy things they think are investments, but are actually liabilities. The first gift I gave Kim was teaching her this, and now we are financially free. Anyone can achieve this. It's a matter of adjusting your mindset. We met in 1973, and that was when I took my first real estate investment course. I lost money, but I recovered, and I never left assets behind. Many people can't even make $1,000, and that's because mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, they're not prepared for it. Today, Kim and I make several million dollars, but we wouldn't have gotten there if we hadn't started with an $11,000 challenge. Whenever we faced a problem, we needed to be bigger than the problem. Many people with a $1,000 problem don't resolve it until they grow personally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically to be larger than that problem. To start, make a list of all your debts and assign a number to each, from smallest to largest, based on the total amount owed. Begin by paying off the debt with the smallest number first, regardless of the interest rates. This method allows you to experience quick wins and maintain motivation. Many people wonder if they should pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first. While this might seem logical, the method here focuses on quick results. By paying off smaller debts first, you see immediate progress, which helps maintain motivation. Kim emphasizes that the goal is not to pay less interest, but to eliminate debt quickly. When assessing assets and liabilities, remember that money spent on loans does not contribute to building assets. It is a liability. A liability takes money out of your pocket, while an asset puts money in it. For example, owning a rental property generates income, whereas living in a home incurs ongoing expenses like taxes, maintenance, and insurance. I started with a small apartment at 25 years old, which generated $25 a month. Although it was a modest beginning, it was the start of good debt that provided returns and generated income. Today, my wife and I own 6,500 properties that generate a monthly income. Tenants have a place to live, and we have a cash flow. This is possible because we use 100% financing. Our properties are all financed by debt, which is considered good due to the cash flow they provide. Our approach aligns with the principles of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where the goal is to use debt wisely to generate more income. Instead of spending, we reinvest our earnings in more real estate and stocks. By using debt to generate income and pay off previous debts, we achieve financial freedom. Today, Kim and I have 7 cars, several houses, and travel by private jet, all financed by the cash flow from our investments, not by credit cards. We have no personal debt, only a steady income from our investments. Many people face problems because they buy liabilities before acquiring assets. This approach often results in bad debt. Instead, I use my assets to cover liabilities, allowing me to maintain an excellent lifestyle without financial worries. This process requires discipline and dedication. It's a journey from where you are to where you want to be. Without commitment, the process can fail. I encourage you to share this video with anyone who might benefit from these tips. To continue learning how to improve your finances and achieve wealth, subscribe to our channel. Here you'll find valuable content on investments, economics, and personal finance improvement, along with advice from business and finance experts. If this video was helpful to you and you plan to apply what you've learned, I'd love to hear your feedback. Leave a comment saying, "I watched the video till the end," and I'll give you a heart response. To ensure you don't miss any valuable information, follow these 3 steps. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. This way you'll receive weekly updates with transformative content. Stay tuned for upcoming videos full of essential knowledge. Don't miss our next video for more valuable tips. And if you enjoyed this content, share it with someone who could also benefit. If you're interested in improving your financial situation, click on this video for detailed guidance on achieving success and building lasting wealth. Thank you for watching. You are the true force behind wealth creation. Go watch now.